It's time for another Dice Tower review with Z. Garcia.
Hey folks, today we are taking a look at a party game called Think Again. In Think Again here, you are going to be basically attempting to rapid fire answer some questions and get the right answer, or sometimes on purpose, the wrong answer. Let me show you how the game works, and then I'll tell you if I think it's a good party game. The components for Think Again are very simple. It just comes with one deck of cards here, and the rules are quite simple as well. The objective of the game is to get the most victory points, and you are going to be doing that by asking questions when it's your turn to be the sort of judge of the round, and asking questions and getting answers quickly shouted back out at you, and whoever gets it right first gets the card. Everybody will be the judge one time, reading 5 cards each. Once that's done, whoever got the most cards is the winner of the game. So, the questions are really, really simple questions. They're very obvious questions, in fact. They're things like, we eat soup with which utensil? Well, spoon. Great. And so the questions are very, very obvious. However, sometimes you're supposed to get them right, and so sometimes you're supposed to get them wrong on purpose, while still being in the realm of possibility. It has to sort of make sense, your answer, even when it's wrong. So we eat soup with which utensil? You cannot say cloud if you're supposed to be wrong, but you could say fork. That's fine. And so the way it works is I am going to have the deck of cards in front of me. I shuffle it up. I am going to take a card here. I'm going to read a question. Which popular singer sang Thriller? And then I show you the back of this card. Now, you don't know what this means yet, but depending on what shows up on the back of this card, you're supposed to answer right or you're supposed to answer wrong. So it's not the back of the card I'm reading, it's the back of the next card, which I've hidden from you until I've read my question, okay? So what shows up on the backs of these cards? Well, there's right and wrong, and that's, I hope, self-explanatory. You have to get it right or wrong. There is, however, also a green circle and a red square, and that's also right or wrong. And then you have 2 little characters. You have the professor. Let me see if I can find him here. Professor, there he is. And then there's this character here, and this character here wearing a really goofy hat, like it's not quite a dunce cap, but it might as well be. And so same thing there. If it's this character, you're supposed to get it right. If it's this character, you're supposed to get it wrong. And that's the game. Again, you shuffle all this up, you read a question, and you then flash the back of the next card to the group, and whoever you hear shout out the right answer or wrong, depending on what it needs to be, first wins. You give him the card you read from, and take the next one, again hiding the back, and do it again, all right? There's also, which I think is pretty interesting, some cards in here, some questions rather, that are absurd questions. They don't make any sense. They are nonsensical. And sometimes you'll read one of those, and the idea is after you get the back of the card flash, you're supposed to say, think again. If you're the first one to say, think again, because it's a nonsensical question, then you win the card. And so those are going to trip you up sometimes. Because, again, you hear this question, and then you're like thinking, oh, right or wrong, right or wrong. And it just doesn't make any sense, the question, and you just kind of lock up, okay? So that's it. That's the game. Really quick party game. Think again. So to answer my question right off the bat, yes, I do think this is a good party game. It's quick, it's light, it works well, and it's small enough you can throw it in a bag or a purse or something easily. Take it with you. It's just a deck of cards. So yes, there is a little bit of the replayability issue there, but really each card has a good amount of questions, and so you shouldn't run into that problem too much. You know, not a big party game, but a nice little filler in that category. Now, obviously, this is a lot like a game from another company called Spit It Out. And Spit It Out in this game, there's the same concept where you are answering questions and you answer them right or wrong depending on whatever, in this case the back of the cards, and spit it out the roll of some dice. Now, of those two games, I prefer this one for a few different reasons, but the main one is that in this game, every player is involved all the time. And so I don't have any downtime. And I think a lot of party games, really are wonderful because of that aspect, because I'm not sitting here waiting to take a turn. And Spit It Out, I like that game. But when it's, someone else's turn, there is them answering, someone asking the questions, and I'm sitting here. And I'm laughing maybe, whatever, but that's it. And in this one, everybody's shouting answers. Everybody's doing that thing where your brain just kind of locks up and you want to say the right thing, but you're supposed to be saying the wrong thing. And so I like that. I also like the backs of the cards having the different things, right and wrong, or the red circle, or the characters. So you cannot just always at a glance remember which one it is sometimes, and it trips you up, And then on top of that, the nonsensical questions, those are great, because sometimes your mind just kind of goes, what? Oh, no, and already somebody said it, of course, and you're done. So, quick, fun, really neat party game. I recommend if you enjoy that style of party game with, you don't have to know trivia, you don't have to be an artist, you just sort of blurt out things and hope that you were quick enough. If you like that style, then I recommend Think Again. I enjoyed it a lot. And I think if you like party games, you're going to also. Check it out.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.